Hi guys, now this is slightly different, I know, and I'm quite new to this. I'm going to be making an AWS magnet on Roblox Studio. Now, about a month ago I would have had no idea how to do this, but I've been making games with a few people in the past month or so, like games with crossings in and stuff. And last night I've completely surprised myself by making these creations. Like I would not have expected to have made these so neat and everything. Like I made some signals, the ones that you'd expect to find on the Peterborough-Lincoln line and some other places like Peterborough Station and other places like that. I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly where they are, where you'd find these, or other places you'd find these, but I've got by default, not like when they're published, when you publish them in the game and stuff, but these aren't scripted yet. But by default they are, at the moment they've got all their lights on. I'll let you have a look around at this. There's the back and everything. Copied it off a signal on Metheringham Station. Every last detail is added into this. I've got an edit me sign so people can put the signal code and stuff on it, and then there's the base and everything. And as you can see, I've got other ones as well, ones with like white feather lights and stuff on, which I made. Let's move along. And you've got the like curvy ones as well. Took me not even a day to do this. Like, I'm honestly like proper surprised of how neat these are. I'll get right close into them as well, into the light, so you can see. Like I copied, I put everything in exactly the right place and everything, like on these lights and on stuff, as you can see. But they're all lit up at the moment because they're not scripted, because that's what you have to do. But I can't script, unfortunately. I've got Jamie Tass helping me script them because he's a pro at this sort of thing. I've got a 3-track feather light for like, I've got 2 sets, one for the light on the left hand side of the line and one for on the right hand side of the line. Like say if it's double track both going the same way. Like if anybody wants to make anything like that. So you can also, on these signals, you can click on them like this, ungroup, and take parts off. For example, you can move this signal, move the signal out on its own. So you can just, like say, put this on a gantry above the fast lines and stuff on its own without a pole or anything else attached to it, which is handy. And so on and so forth. And you can also separate the white lights and everything for the lights. And then you've got these signals over here, which are scripted, by the way, which Jamie Tass helped me with. Like like I did all the building and everything, but Jamie's doing all the scripting because I like have no idea whatsoever how to script. I'd like to learn though, but it's very complicated. Maybe not for some, maybe it comes naturally to some. Some people teach themselves, some people learn, but I just can't get my head around it all that writing and everything. Right, so I'll start by playing here. Just make sure I'm not on the road, because if I am, then I'll get chucked off the world. I don't know what it is about that, but it's like something different that I've discovered on this game. I've laid that bit of like that black part across so the signals can lay on it. Right, so basically what I'll do here is I'll play here so you can see them working. Right, I'll zoom in so you can see everything. Actually, no, you can't, because I won't be able to move my cursor about, will I? Right, so I'll just zoom out a bit like that. Right, now you can see the signal up there. Get rid of that, like that. And then the buttons are down here, so I'll start off from green, like that, then amber, and then red. That's pretty neat. And I've also, so people who are like, you know, making games on like long straights in signal boxes, just in case they think they haven't pressed the button, I've made them light. I've got Jamie to light them up for me, so you know that what colour it is, which is helpful. Right, stop that. So now you know that. I'll get into the I'll get into the main part of the video, which is building this AWS magnet. Right, I'm copying it off a photo on Google, but I can make it out quite well, but it is quite blurry. I'll probably paste the photo in this video when I upload it that I'm using, so you can see what I'm doing. But unfortunately, I'm not that technical, so I wouldn't know how to add the photo into the video without just add the photo on the side for the whole video. So I might just have to like put it in briefly and then carry on. Right, so first thing I'm doing, I need to shrink this part as low as it will go, and then pull the part out slightly like this, which is a start. I already started. I wish I recorded me making these signals though. That'd have been a great video, but I thought about it afterwards and I thought, oh, I wish I did that. But anyway, I'll record myself making this anyway. But you've already seen the signals and what they do and everything and what they look like, which I suppose is all right. Anyway, what I need to do now is I need to move the part up so I can see below it and everything. Move it up a bit like that. And then second thing I need to do is duplicate that part and then scale it, so like that way a little bit. I might make that slightly bigger actually. Like that. This is my first time doing this, so if it's not like proper, if I make any mistakes, and then don't blame me because I've never actually made one of these before. This is like a start, because I just thought I'd record it so I can play it back and watch myself making it, and every so often. Right, it's still just one part, so I need to duplicate it and then move it out like this, and then like this. You'll see what I'm doing in a sec. Then I need to move this one out slightly. Make sure collisions are off as well, otherwise it won't move. And then I need to negate it. And then I'll select that other part and then click Union, so then it makes a hole in it. And from then, I can put the part on the floor. I'll put collisions on so I know when it's on the floor. Oops. Hang on. Even though collisions are on, it's still going through the floor, which is annoying. There we go, I'll just do it like that. Anyway, right, next thing I'm going to do is get another part. Make it a block, and then I need to move it and scale it to its like minimum size, like that, then move it down like up to there, a bit lower. Then I need to make sure it actually gets onto the part as well, so I move to the side. More across. It's annoying that blue outline is on because I can't see where that part's supposed to stop at. It's getting in the way. Move it a bit more. Alright, well I've just discovered that Bandicam, you need to purchase the full version of Bandicam to record more than 10 minutes, which was obviously when I've not used this in a long time, and it didn't do that last time. So I'm gonna just have to keep doing it in parts, I'm afraid, because there's no way I'm spending nearly 50 quid for Bandicam when I'm probably not going to use it very often. So I just like have to do it every in 10-minute stages and stuff, and then like copy and put the parts together and stuff. Right, bit more across. I'll do. Right, so basically next thing I need to do is I need to add this part across, like scale it across to the other end like this. Make sure bring it across. And then do it the same the other side. A few people might comment on this and say you could have done that so much quicker in so many different ways, but I'm kind of a beginner, so whatever way I do it is like the way I know at the moment. But I'll get better in time and stuff. Right, this part here is I'm going to shrink it a bit as well so I can see behind it. Right, so this probably a bit more down as well. Right, okay, so I'm going to put this, I'm going to move it over there a minute. Move that up. Right, so next thing I'm going to do is take this over here, collisions are on. It only ever works when you don't want it to, which is annoying. Right, now I need to rotate it upwards slightly. Say about a bit more, one more across. Like that. Then I need to move it up. Rotate it a bit more downwards. Right, so make sure it's covering all of it both ends. Right, so now I'm going to negate that part, select that part and put union, and we basically got it like that. So next thing I need to do is I need to move it down again. I'll put collisions on. See what I mean when I say collisions only wants to work when you want it to, when you don't want it to. Just move across a bit. Then I'll copy that across to the other side. Right. And then I'm going to group all that. and anchor it all like that. Right, so I'll move it up now as well. Right, now I need a cylinder part. Scale it down. Then I'll move it across. I need to scale it down a bit more. Right, so here I'll need 1, 2, and then I need to select each part individually. Right, let me get to the bottom of this. I'll just pause it for a sec. Right, so I've discovered that you can't put negative parts through something grouped, because it worked when I tested it ungrouped. So basically what I've done is I've ungrouped this brace, this bracket, this thing here, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to run out of time in a second anyway, so I have to restart. So I have to do the video again, restart everything again, like the video. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to just move all these across like this, ready to make the holes that are on this photo. So 1, Right, so next I need to highlight all the, turn off that, turn off, like, highlight all the parts I've just done. And then union, hopefully it works this time. Oh, lovely. There we go. That's how to do it. Right, then I'll do the same on the other side. I'll just see if it works if I highlight them. Yes. Apart from the fact it highlights this as well. So quickly as I can, I'll just go across and select them all again. And there we go. Now I've got holes in both sides. Right, so next thing I need to do is I need to get a small part I need to get another part in a block. Need to make it lift up slightly as well. Oops, scale. Need to make it like a small square though. Do the same for the other side. Move it across slightly so it doesn't look like that. I'll move that one across as well. That'll do. Right, next I need to, so look at this photo again. Right, this is where it starts to get difficult. I need to get another part. I'll do this the best I can. It probably won't be like proper average, but I'll try the best I can. Rotate. Right, so next thing I need to do is I'll probably just duplicate that to save a bit of time, and then I'll have the part, lift the part up slightly, rotate it. If needs be, I might extend that base up a bit that I've just made. It needs to be going down slightly, so have it like that. Join it up. That. I'll rotate it upwards one more. Right, so that makes it go up straight. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make the rotate go down to about 0, and then I'll move it down very, very slightly. Like that. And then all I need to do is scale it till it gets to the first hole in the side. And then I will duplicate it again and move it out. Scale it. And then have it go down like this. Like that. And that looks pretty accurate to me. So what I need to do now, what colour is this on there? That. Yeah, so I'll let me just make that the same colour as that. Make it say silver. Oh, that's not silver. This colour. There we go, that's perfect. Probably move it down a bit as well so there's no gap. That'll do. And now I need to change the material of that to diamond plate, which is exactly what it is on there. Same again there. Like that. And then that is the first bit complete. Next bit I can't see underneath the yellow bit, so I just probably put a couple, I'll get another, I'll duplicate another part, because I can't see underneath it, because it might need something to lean on, so I'll just do a bit of improvise a bit here. I'm going to turn it up, turn it down straight, and I'll turn studs off to rotate up to 15. Just make sure this is anchored as well. No, it's not, but I'll anchor it all up when I group it. Right, so I'm going to put this flat. And then I'm going to just put it down to its minimum size. Scale it outwards a bit, inwards, sorry. Right, that's touching now. So I need to move it across to about here, a bit inwards, duplicate it, done. Right, undo, collisions off, and then duplicate it to about here. Then I'll move these parts outward slightly. I'll select them both at the same time. Oops, no, that doesn't work. So I'll just undo that. Scale that one out. Right, so I need another part. That looks plastic to me. I'm going to move that up. Right, so this needs to be in material smooth plastic. Then I'll turn it yellow. Oops, no, not material, colour. What's the best colour for this? That looks about right. So next I need to scale this down slightly so it meets the top of that. Right, so the next bit to do is, let me look at this closely, I need to get a cylinder. And I need to rotate, and on which way is it? I need to do it upwards this time. Move it up to about here. Then move it to just about here. Scale it in slightly because it's quite a bit tall for it. Okay, and then scale it again so I can move it across the other side. like that. I don't care if they're different sizes, that doesn't matter. Right, so next thing I need to do is I need to get another part, duplicate that I'll do, move it out, make it as small downwards as it can be, and then duplicate it again, move it outwards, move it across slightly, rotate it, bring it across, then I'm going to scale it in, hang on a minute, scale it this way, and then there we go, that should be enough. So I need to negate that part, click on that, and then union. Right, can get rid of that. Right, so I don't know how to separate unions, so I'll just pause the video until I get back to that stage again. Right, I've sorted the problem. I've covered up all that other part, so it just leaves that behind. So it doesn't leave anything else behind that I can't separate from what I've just cut. So I need to do that again, and this again. Move that out slightly as well. There we go, it's worked that. Right, third time lucky. Finally, right, now next bit, you need to rotate it upwards. Do the same for the other side now. Sorry if you missed that. Missed the bit where I put these bits on because I forgot that my thingy went off. Didn't hear the beep go off. Right, so have I duplicated that yet? Not yet. Can do that. Rotate. Okay, that suits me. Even though it might not be perfectly accurate, that bit, that suits me fine. Right, next bit I need to do is, shouldn't be much more to do, there's not much more to do now, I've nearly done it. I need to scale this out again. Copy that. Needs to be slightly smaller as well, like inwards. That's what it looks like on the photo, so I'll just duplicate that in slightly. I need to copy that over again. Scale it down. Have it next to it. And from what I can see on this photo, it hasn't got one of those barbed holder things on them, so I'm not going to bother with that. Move it in slightly. And on the other side. That worked well. Brilliant. Right, drag it out again. The things underneath. Oops, I duplicated that. 1 minute. Unduplicate it. Right, scale. That's what I need to do. Bring it out. Tell you what I'll do, because it's great. I knew it'd do this. It's grown outwards. But has it? No, it hasn't. Not that time. It did earlier, but it's not this time. From what I can see on this photo, I might have to duplicate this part again, and then take it, undo that, bring it outwards, and then flatten it. It looks like it has a base of some sort underneath it. So what I'll do next is I'll take that underneath, that one, take it to about there, and that needs to be a sort of browny colour, or like an orangey colour. That's a bit yellow. That's still quite yellow. But actually, let's try this. That looks about right. Then that needs to come out slightly. Both sides, because it looks like it's underneath that. Oops. Then duplicate this block part out again. And that needs to be a bit wider. Right, and then the finishing touches that I can see on here, just make sure I'm still rolling. Yeah, for about another minute. Right, finishing touches. I need to add like some sort of screw in the 6th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So I need to add a screw there, like a square screw. So I need a part that's a block. Shrink it down. Right, just do it like this, put it out slightly so it's not in there. Lift it up, turn collisions on, put it back down. Well, that's on there now. So I move it across again. Actually, I'll turn collisions on so I know that it's touching when it's touching the metal. There we go. Right, now I've done that, I'll change the part to a darker silver, like that. so you can see the screw, the bolt, whatever it's called. Then you need another one on the other side. And you just stop that a bit because you can still see the hole. I'm going to scale it down slightly. Right, then I'll need to turn collisions off and duplicate it. There we go. So that's the second one in, and then I need to do the. I'm not still not covered up properly. About right, nearly there. There we go. That should do. Right. So now I'll move that over to there, which is where the other one's supposed to go. And then I need another one over here. Another one there. Another one over there. And I think that is it. Now I'm pretty impressed with that, if I do say so myself, for a beginner especially. Right, so the next, let me check how long I've got left. Oh, I've got quite a while yet. Right, so I'm going to group all that up. I'm going to anchor it, ungroup, and now I've got myself an AWS magnet. So I'll go and place it with all the in front of these signals. There we go. All done. Now one more look. I'll give you one more look on these signals. I don't know if I showed you the back of them when I started recording. There it is. And there you have your AWS magnet. As far as I can see, there is nothing I've missed on that photo at all. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.